Hey, it's day 7 of our challenge of working for yourself, on yourself, within yourself. So today we're going to talk about the relationship with yourself. In dysfunctional family, what happens very often, and this is the most profound thing actually, is that your needs as a child are not being met. Your physical, emotional, mental, psychological needs are not met. As a result, what you learn is that you learn to neglect those needs as well. And probably at this point you don't even know what they are. And that determines your relationship with yourself. And this is something, this is the sort of the realm of your mind and of your life where you're not being taught at all about. Not in psychology, not when you train as a therapist, which I was, and worked as a therapist, and I wasn't taught that. So I want you to start thinking about what is your relationship with yourself. How do you show up for yourself? Do you do you even know you are in one? Because that's the most important relationship of your life. And if you come from a dysfunctional families, what you have learned is how to disconnect from this relationship. So I want you to ask yourself a question. How do you show up for yourself in your daily life? Do you keep promises to yourself? Do you even know what your needs are? Or do you listen to yourself or do you ignore yourself? Do you listen to that inner voice, the caring inner voice that you probably didn't have a chance to even develop or become aware of? So I want you to start thinking about your life as an extension of that relationship. All the other relationships that happen with your job, career, other people, your dreams, your goals are an extension of the relationship with yourself. And if you've been thinking about wanting more from life, so you have that sense of, I know that's not everything, that's really good because that shows me and shows you that there is so much more in you, so much more potential um, than you've been ever made to believe about yourself, what you can achieve, how you can be, who you can be, what sort of parent you can be, etc. So I want you to start thinking about that relationship with yourself. And for a lot of people, that's quite difficult because we're being distracted from that constantly. We're being told that the outside is more important than the sort of inner sense of self, right? So we put a lot of effort in how we look on the outside and what are the norms for beauty, for whatever, right? While inside, we keep neglecting our inner world. We keep neglecting our sense of self. We keep being lost. And for a lot of us, that's sort of the only way to be in dysfunctional families because in order to survive, you need to go into survival mode, right? And the survival mode is all about not prioritizing yourself, not really thinking about yourself, thinking about others and how to meet the needs of others, how to please them, how to make them notice you, how to earn your love, how to earn your belonging, and what you need to be doing and how you need to be in order to belong to your family, etc., and what it means um, to belong, right? So in the process, what's being lost? It's your sense of self, right? So if you feel confused, lost, overwhelmed, that's because you haven't been paying attention to your inner world and to your inner sense of self. You've been neglecting yourself. You've been abandoning yourself. So I want you to start thinking about that relationship. How do you show up? Are you even present for yourself? Do you have some kind of practice, daily practice, because it needs to be practiced daily, where you can actually sit with yourself, um, without distractions, and think about yourself in a at least non-judgmental way, right? We're going to get to the self-love later, but at least sort of like, what am I about? You know, ask yourself this question. Why am I thinking certain things? Are they true or not? And identify, start identifying patterns which do not come from the true self. They come from the survival roles that you had to play. They come from um, yeah, the need for survival rather than thrival. So I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I know whether I'm in a relationship with myself? Do I know that that's the most important relationship of my life? Do I know and bring awareness into this sensation? It can be uncomfortable and it will be uncomfortable because that's very often the first time you're going to make that discovery, and bringing your attention and awareness and consciousness into this dimension of you, um, and realizing that everything that what happens around you comes from that bond with yourself, right? So you've probably been neglecting yourself, you've probably abandoning yourself, you've been abandoning yourself. Yeah, and I want you to first of all sit with yourself and ask yourself these questions, and um, don't try to do anything. Just be with yourself. Maybe for the first time in your life. Just be with yourself, sit with yourself, meet yourself. Never give up on yourself. See you later.